Deacons express Jesus as a servant. Deacons express Jesus as a servant. We'll read that in just a second. But this expression now, it's not as the teacher, because able to teach is not placed on them. It's not an oversight leadership. It's in a servant capacity that is that. Here's how you could say it. The pastors should be servant leaders, and the deacons should be lead servants. So I'm going to give you spiritual bread, but the deacons are going to give you physical bread, okay? And to be able to walk out in that. So what's it say about our deacon body and good old bylaws? Here's what it says. It shall be the duty of the deacon body to act as general assistants of the senior pastor, as aiding him in the discharge of such his pastoral duties as they can, to visit the sick, the needy of the church, render such aid on the part of the church as possible, to always be ready and willing and heartily cooperate with the senior pastor to give him the benefit of their advice, information, services, and conduct, and all the interests of the church. And it goes on for a whole nother big old paragraph. Now, I want you to know, I love our deacons. We've got great deacons in our church, and we are buddies, and we are tight, and we are connected, and that's a blessing. And that doesn't happen at every church, but we got it here, and we maintain that, we keep that. So we work together in that. Now, this word deacon is used over 100 times in the New Testament. Most of the time, it's not about an office. It's about service, okay? Do you remember the famous verse, Matthew chapter 20, verse 28, for the Son of God did not come to be served, but to serve, okay? That's the word, diakonos. He did not come to be deaconed, he came to deacon. Now, does that mean Jesus is a deacon underneath the elder of the church? Absolutely not. It means that there's a verb of service that's happening with that. Think about Paul calls himself, actually, he says that he's a servant of Christ as well in Ephesians 3:7. Timothy, it says, if you point these things out to these people, you'll be a servant of Christ in 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 6. But he's also the pastor of the church. So there's a verb aspect that all of us, me included, everybody, should be a servant of Christ. But there's some, and we'll see the characteristics in a minute, that he's going to title with that. Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.